Okay, lesson 54, graphing in the Cartesian coordinate plane. So basically we have two axes, and the other day we were plotting points. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis again. But this time, instead of just points, we're going to graph equations. And our graph is going to be a solid line that connects some points. Here's an example of a linear equation that we're going to graph. Y equals 2x minus 1. So the first thing you need to do to graph this equation is to get some ordered pairs or points to plot on the graph over here. So I like to do this by making an XY chart like so. And I like to pick about 5 numbers to plot in my chart, but I always start with 0 for the x. So think about this. If x is 0, 2 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 1 is negative 1, so the y is negative 1. All right, let's try 1 for x. So again, I put 1 in here, and I do 2 times 1 is 2, minus 1 is 1, right? All right, let's try 2. 2 times 2 is 4, minus 1 is 3. I'm getting lots of points. Let's get some points on the other side of 0, so let's do minus 1. 2 times minus 1 is minus 2. Minus 1 makes the answer minus 3 for y. Let's try minus 2. So I'm trying minus 2 for x. 2 times minus 2 is minus 4. Minus another 1 makes it minus 5. There. Now I have a nice lot of numbers to plot. So let's go and plot. Well, let's start at this one. Minus 2 minus 5. So start at 0, 0. 2 in the negative direction, and then 5 in the negative direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put a dot there. All right, let's plot the next one. Negative 1, negative 3. Start at 0, 0, back 1, down 3. Okay. 0. Don't go anywhere, then go down 1. Does it look like all of my points are on a straight line? So far, they all should come out to be on the same straight line. Let's plot this one. Over 1, up 1. Ooh, still looking good. Over 2, up 3. Am I looking good for a straight line? Well, let's get the trusty old ruler and draw that line. Okay, here we go. There's our line right there. That's the line. Y equals x minus 2. And it's good practice to write the equation y equals 2x minus 1. Did I say x minus 2? 2x minus 1 on the line. And there's a graph of that line. And if you put the equation on the line, you can use the same graph to graph more than one equation. So I'm going to try another one now. Let's try another one. Suppose I have this. Y equals negative 1/2 x plus 2. So again, just like I did here, I'm going to make an XY chart, and I'm going to pick some numbers to put in the chart. Again, where do I like to start? Hope you guessed 0. Yeah, 0. Negative 1/2 times 0 is 0 plus 2. So at 0, I get 2. All right, now here's where you have to be smart about the numbers you pick. You could pick any numbers you want because you have a calculator, but I like to pick numbers, since this is 1/2 times whatever number I pick. I'm going to pick numbers that 1/2 divides into nicely. So I'm going to pick 2, 4, 6, then I'm going to go minus 2, maybe minus 4. So let's see what happens. 1/2, negative 1/2 times 2. Negative 1 plus 2, 1, right? All right, let's try 4. Negative 1/2 times 4 is negative 2 plus 2, 0. Let's try 6. Negative 1/2 times 6, negative 3 plus 2 gives me negative 1. Let's try some of these negatives. Negative 1/2 times negative 2 is positive 1 plus 2. That gives me 3. All right, let's try negative 4. Negative 1/2 times negative 4 is positive 2 plus 2 is 4. Well, that's a good list to plot. All right, let's start. 0, 2. So start at 0, go up 2. over 2 up 1, over 2 up 1. Oh, the same point as on the other graph. Over 4 up 0. Over 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Over 6, down 1. 4, 5, 6, down 1. Okay. Let's try the next one. Negative 2, 1, 2, up 3. All right. Let's try negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, up 4. Right there. Now, what did I do here? 0, 2, over 2, up 1. You know, you notice one of those points isn't on the line. I plotted one of my points wrong. That's why it's good to do lots of points. So let's check the last 3. So 0, 2 works. So that point there, 2, 1, let's do that again. Over 2, up 1. Oh, I plotted that one on the wrong spot. That's why if you do a lot of points, you can find if you plot one of them wrong. And that helps you make sure you get a good straight line. So I'm glad we found that mistake. Did anybody notice it when I was first plotting? Okay. Now, we want to write the equation on the line. So y equals negative 1/2 x plus 2. There we go. Now, interesting thing. Notice these lines are going in opposite directions. This number here is called the slope of the line. And when the number with the x is positive, the equation is always going to go up to the right when you graph it. When the number in front of the x is negative, it's always going to go up to the left. So that's kind of an interesting thing to help you know if you have the right graph of your line. Although we're going to do just plotting points. And I have one more that I want to do here. I'll do it underneath here. Y equals negative x. So again, XY chart, right? And let's start with 0. So if x is 0, y equals negative 0. Is negative 0 the same thing as 0? Yeah, it is. So we'll just call it 0. All right, let's try 1. And I put a 1 in there, and I make it negative 1. All right, put a 2, negative 2. If I let x be negative 1, what's minus negative 1? Positive 1, negative 2. Minus negative 2, positive 2. Oh, this is going to get complicated going on the same graph here, but 0, 0. All right, over 1, down 1. Over 2, down 2. All right, over 1, up 1. Over 2, up 2. Yep. Are they all going to be on the same line? If they're not, I'll have to check one of my points, but it looks like we're good. All right, there's the third one. And that one is y equals negative x. Remember I said if the x is negative, it goes up to the left. So it does. And there's graphing for lesson 54. Good luck with your homework.